Yeah.
Anyway, this is what KV is in Killer Instinct. I'm gonna open them up, and then I'm gonna do a heavy combo, and I want you to watch the KV, Zach. Okay? You see how it's building slowly, very slowly. I could do more hits. I did 21%. So now I'm gonna do this combo of mediums. Oops, I did the wrong combo. 18%. But you see how much faster it filled it? Now I'm gonna do lights. %. See what I'm saying? But you gotta also remember one thing too. It's kind of a deceptive number that you may be like, oh, it's only 3%. Why not just do lights? The combos don't really count until you end the combo, right? So like I'm gonna do an opener into a heavy, into another heavy, into an ender, and you can see the difference in damage. Okay. Okay, see that? 32%. Now I'm gonna do only mediums this time. %. From 32 to 24. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now watch this. 17. See the big difference? Because I did an ender, the combo is weaker, but the KV filled up quicker. Exactly. You want to throw in heavies every now and again to make your combos last longer. But you also want to consider the fact that they might recognize that. So you want to confuse them with faster stuff. So like, for example, like medium, then heavy, into medium, light, into heavy. Just mix up the combo. And you see how I got close to 100%? I got to 93 and I ended the combo. I didn't want to go too far into that combo. So let me show you what happens when you go too far into the combo one more time. I'm going to just mix up my strengths and just do all kinds of stuff. See, I got to 104, and the second hit of that auto double was already the first hit was already at 104, and the second hit of the auto double caused the combo to blow out. And you can't end the combo in that way. You have to just do it before that happens. So the combos really in this game are more or less about. There's no like optimal combo. You know, like in MK or Street Fighter, there's like once you get that touch, you want to do a certain like path of combos. Like you want to do a certain like bread and butter. There's no really bread and butters in KI. There's more like mix-ups and mind games in the fighting, in the combos. The combos themselves aren't the hard part. It's the mind games that come along with the combos. How much damage am I doing? How easy is this to break? How much is my KV filling up? Do they recognize that I've been doing this strength mostly or that strength mostly? Do they think that I'm doing these strengths deliberately to condition them to not look out for another strength? It's a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like for me personally, no matter what, I'll do heavies all the time. Literally, I will do heavies. 90% of my combos are gonna come out with some heavies, or at least mediums. Seldom will I use a light auto double because I'd rather get the damage, and even if they break my combo and I don't get to do the ender, I still did about 15 to 21%. And if they lock out or get too scared to break, I'm gonna just commit to the combo anyway and get that 40 to 60%, depending on if I have meter or not. You know what I'm saying? And if they break my combo, I really believe that I'm better than most players as far as playing neutral and opening people and anti-airing and footsies. That I believe that I'm better than them to a point where if they break my combo, guess what? I don't give a fuck. I'm going to open you up again for another 15% guaranteed. Go for the heavy damage again. And let's see how mentally prepared are you to deal with that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, why did that?
And then, sorry YouTube videos, guys, talking over me. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's KV, you know. And the cool thing about KV too, now watch this shit. I'm going to show you something real quick. There's enders in this game. One of the enders is called the wall splat ender. So I'm going to do a combo that I do, just a good combo. I'm at 101. I'm gonna extend the combo with a shadow. A shadow is a glorified super move, and it allows you to extend combos beyond the threshold of the KV meter. Not only just that, shadows also don't build any KV whatsoever. So for example, let me put some meter on. I'm gonna do an opener into a shadow. You see the KV is still 5. It's gonna be still 17, you see? Even though I just did 2 shadows. And look how much damage I get. I get 66% for using both my bars. So like one of the rule of thumbs in this game, and Sonic can attest to this, is that when you open somebody up and you have bar, you want to normally go for the most optimal button. So be it a jab if you can only punish with jabs, or if they whiff, you want to hit them with the heavy into shadow, because that's the most guaranteed damage, and it builds 0 KV. So when if they do lock out or guess wrong or are too scared to break after the fact, you already have the 17 to 90% guaranteed damage from the shadow, heavy into shadow, and now you're just building more damage on top of that with the most amount of KV left over. You understand what I'm saying? To play with. So that's another mind game too. In and of itself, it's crazy how deep this game goes. That applies to juggles too. So like for example, I'm gonna do a combo here. Let me see, what's like a juggle? I'll do this one. I'm at 101, so I can no longer juggle without blowing the combo. So I just spent both my shadows to do a shadow ender, which cashes out the damage and doesn't blow up the combo, because like I said before, shadows don't build KV, nor do they blow up the combo. So it's a lot to think about, but once you kind of get the hang of it, this game is very fucking fun, because unlike most traditional fighting games, even like non-traditional fighting games really, you're playing Killer Instinct 100% of the time. You're literally always playing the game. You know how like in Marvel vs. Capcom or even Mortal Kombat 1, when you get touched, unless you have bar, you're sitting there and watching the guy beat the fuck out of you, and you just have to hold that shit. You just have to hold that and watch that shit. But no, in KI, you're always playing, because you could break the combo, you could fake that you're gonna break the combo and make them counter break. You could condition them to think that you break at a certain point in the combo to where they go and counter break, and now you don't do anything and you get a full punish. You could do a lot, you know what I'm saying? You could flip out into a reset and be looking for that. You could do frame traps that lead into like some bullshit pressure, or you could do shadow counters and all this crazy stuff. So KI is a consistent mental game. 24/7 you're playing the game. You're not like taking a break. You're always playing. When you're in a match, you have to be vigilant 100% of the time. And that sounds exhausting, and when you're learning the game at first, it really is exhausting. But after a while, it becomes addictive. It becomes kind of gets to a point to where when I play other fighting games, I'm like really getting bored quickly, because I'm feeling like I'm only playing half the time. Not only just because I'm either getting hit, but also when I get a touch, I don't have to worry about the guy breaking my combo. I'm just like, I'm just gonna do the combo.
It also means the game's more entertaining to watch, because people fuck up a lot more.
Yeah, that's a factor too.
It's impossible to keep yourself going when you're that focused for that long.
And when you play at me and Sonic's level, we see things and tendencies, and like sometimes we'll just be doing a combo, and something will happen that no one catches, but him and I will start laughing like, ah, ha, 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 because we had like that mental knowledge of what the possibilities were within that interaction, and we try to play around that, like the rules, you know, we try to play around the rules, you know, of the game, and like the things that seem obvious to do, we try to play around that, and it becomes a thing to where we find entertainment in people thinking outside the box and you trying to like cheat the system in a way, you know what I mean? And having that little mental back and forth that no one notices but him and I, because we're in the match together. And that's not entirely true. If you're at a high level and I'm commentating a match, I can pick up on things like, oh shit, he tried to do that. I know he tried to do that. Or he definitely went for that. That's why he went for this. Or if he does a counter here, oh, because Timmy did this too many times, so Johnny thought that this was that, you know? It's a lot. Yeah. But the thing is, the thing about it, it's not just the XP for playing the game this long. It fucking is actually a drug. I'm not even kidding, Zach. When you start playing Killer Instinct and you start getting into like the back and forth and the constant, like thinking constantly and always being part of the game, it's so fucking addicting. It's like one of the best feelings ever. Especially when it pays off. Like, say you get to a point where you know the guy wants to break, the guy thinks that you want to break one of his heavy autos because you've been doing it for so long, and he goes for a heavy auto and he does like the counter break attempt and he fucks up. Now he's dead because he fucking fucked up because you've been conditioning him this whole time. He did his little, I have to do it now because he's done it before. Now you're the guy beating the fuck out of him. That's some of the best shit ever, man. It's like a fucking, it's like getting straight injected into your veins. Like, this shit is crazy, man. It's the best. Yeah, so, yeah, any questions? Sorry I went on a rant there. I just love Killer Instinct. I love being inside the box. What's up, Brooke? By the way, I was trying to focus on my video, so I couldn't say hi to you. Sorry. Please forgive me. Killer Instinct loves you back. Oh, yeah?